Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Buri Province. And what we're going to take a look at today is something I've been questing for about 3.5, 4 years or so. One of my viewers wanted to see a temple up in this area, but he wasn't exactly sure where it was at. So I've been looking for it ever since, and I think I've found it. The only description was that it had this huge reclining Buddha, and it was up here near the province line. So anyway, this is a temple that was built around 1750. It was before the Burmese invasion, just right before. The Burmese came through here, sacked the area. There was a bunch of battles between the Ayutthaya forces and the Burmese, and there's monuments all through this area. So anyway, this was built before this region was sacked and destroyed, and this temple was abandoned, and the normal stuff that happened during those war years. So anyway, we're gonna walk through here. All the buildings are gold, and it has a humongous like a corncob prong that is the highlight of the temple. So let's see what we see today. So the temple is a kind of a country temple. Got some monks over there working. We have the water feature. And there's an old chetty right here that they've made a shrine into. A Bodhi tree has taken over the chetty, and you can see a little bit of the torso of the chetty, or the Buddha that's was in the chetty that's kind of down back behind. So we'll look at it right quick and then we'll look at the other buildings. And you can see they've stuck some other images and stuff, and then all the other like signs of the zodiac and everything out here. Now this temple used to have a really famous monk that was here in the late 19th century, early 20th century. So this is the little bit of the Buddha that's still in there, and they've made a little shrine out of it, kind of a little bit different. And you can see the Bodhi tree is grown and kind of knocking the roof down and stuff like that. All right, let's go look at this building over here now. And then this is the famous part of this temple. You can see that's the corncob prong, and it's about 25 meters up above the pedestal right there. Now this building is locked up. I tried to get in there, but I can't. There's padlocks and stuff like that on the door. And you can see the other little Khmer-style prongs. Now there was some influence in this region from Lopburi. That was one of the Khmer centers here in central Thailand. So there was a lot of trade between here and Lopburi, so there is a little bit of the influence, and that's probably why that prong is shaped the way it is. And that's what gives this temple its name, Wat Phra Prang Muni, which means like the royal prong or royal tower. So this is the old hall here. This is the old Ubisot. And then you see this is a Buddha that's in the Ayutthaya style. The elongated earlobes and everything. And they've made the shrines and everything. This building is just like on 3 sides. They've never completely rebuilt it. And they've left it kind of open to the elements. And then you can see here some little Khmer-style figures. These are places for people to donate to the temple and all the normal things. And you got a place here for people to come and donate to the temple. And then this is a pretty large temple grounds. Has the crematorium there, and then it has all these trees, and then you can see everything is gold. But it's kind of cool looking on the front. You see the mythical birds up there, and then you see the 4-armed figure riding like that mythical bird thing, and then you got the standing Buddhas here and some other little shrines, and then the main prong over here. But I've painted every single thing here gold. Kind of reminds me of a temple that went to over in Chao. Everything there was gold also. So we got a huge Chinese style Buddha. And you can see the side of that little 3-sided Ubisot. You got the Wheel of Law and everything there. Yeah, this is kind of a country temple. It's kind of cool, but it's pretty much off the beaten path of like where tourists will go. The locals will come over here and pray and meditate and stuff like that. but you won't find tour buses or anything like that. Now this is the reason I came, is this figure right over here. So we got other things. We got the little shrines. We have a Buddha footprint over here. And then you can see the padlock on the front door. I was hoping to go up in there, but we can't. But they have a little Buddha footprint here with all the normal little imagery and stuff like that. That's for the Buddha footprint cult. And then you see little guardians by the door. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting building. Yeah, so up in there will be the Buddha relic. And then you can see the staff of Shiva way up on the top. Yeah, that is a really long and slender prong. You normally don't see that style. You see them a little wider at the base. Kind of interesting to see. Then we have the little Ruku here, the monster that eats the moon. And you can see all the little figures, the signs of the zodiac and stuff like that. And then here is the reclining Buddha here at this Phra Prang Muni. Yeah, I really like seeing reclining Buddhas. Now it has all the normal imagery you see, but his eyes are a little bit more up than normal. Usually they're a little more downcast, and you can see he's smiling. And also what's different is the fingers are different lengths. Usually with these reclining Buddha, they'll be the same length, the same as the toes, which are the same length down there. And then you see they have all the figures of the Buddhist monks here and a little shrine with the reclining Buddha. And then they have the stairs here so that people can come and put the gold leaf on the reclining Buddha. And you can see all the hair rolls and the top knot. Yeah, really cool. And that's the fingers that are different lengths there. Now I wonder, let's walk down to the foot and see if there's the Buddha footprint or the symbols on the foot. And this is the back side of it. And you can see it has the robe. Yeah, there's one kind of not too far away from here that's a Sukhothai image that is just absolutely massive. And it's outdoors like this one also. And that's a really ancient one. What, Kun Incharam or something like that? It has the lotus flowers. Yeah, and this is a nice look at that prong. Oh, I wish we could go inside there. I like seeing stuff like that. And then you can see that little ubasot over there that we looked at. Yeah, this is a cool little temple. It's I'm just the only one here walking around. You got the lady monk, the nun lady, she's here, and then a couple of the monks are out working near that pond. But other than that, I'm just the only one wandering around out here. Okay, so this is what's down on the feet. Has those little symbols with the little prayer wheel right in the middle of it. It's kind of like the lotus flowers coming out of it. And then you can see it has the little swirls on the toes, and they're all the same length. And then his hand is up there. And then over there is some more of the temple. And this is the crematorium here. You can see everything is gold also. And then they have all these other small buildings here for the families to meet during the funerals. And then there's a school built right here next to the temple, kind of on the temple grounds, which is pretty common for temples out in this region to have a school built onto it. And you can see that building is gold, and then this old hall here is also painted gold. And this one's locked up. Oh, I was kind of wanting to see in here also. You got the guardians and everything here, and you can see the old glass wall. And a couple more monks out here hanging a sign and stuff. Kind of a nice little chetty. And we got another little chetty here that's kind of a Khmer prong style. All right, so this will be the last thing we can look at here. It is locked up. I see the gates all closed. All the windows are closed. But we can see kind of the styling. It's quite simple compared to some other than the gold color. And then it looks like those are the old Buasima stones here. And then you can see how they've came in and put the little pieces of glass and stuff like that over the doors and around. And then up here, some of the Buddha imagery. Yeah, that's nice enough. Yeah, again, this would be kind of cool to see inside. But anyway, we found the reclining Buddha, which was kind of my goal. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this 18th century temple. This was built in about 1750 or so. It's interesting enough. The highlight to me is that reclining Buddha, but I really like that building with that long, tall prong also. Now online, it says that that reclining Buddha is 20 meters long, 20 to 25. It's quite a bit bigger. I would say it's more like 35 meters long, almost 40 or so. Anyway, it's quite cool to see if you like this kind of stuff. I enjoy seeing the reclining Buddhas. They're a little bit different than what you normally see. And usually they're in a building so that you can't hardly see them. So this one's quite cool because it's outside. Anyway, I've been trying to find this temple for years, and I hope this is the right one. So my viewer, if you see this video, let me know for sure if this is the one that you remember. It's he gave me the tip to come over here and take a look at it, and I've been trying to find it ever since. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see more stuff like this. I go to out of the way places, and I like seeing it. So if you like it, then definitely subscribe and you get to see more of it. And leave me a comment and all of that. Until next time, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.